Hello, my friends. Welcome to the What's Up in Makeup chat. I'm so excited that you are here today. We're going to be talking today about makeup rules and what are some of the makeup rules that are pretty commonly said. Why do we say them? Are they good? Are they rules we should follow? Or are they rules that we should completely break and get rid of? Or are they rules that we can just kind of bend a little bit? And we're going to talk about what we all do, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, all of those kinds of things. And it's going to be a really fun chat. I'm very excited to talk about this stuff today. So if you are watching live, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this later, thank you so much for being here. Know that I've got something here that I like to call the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, also known as the live viewers, who are going to be contributing their wonderful knowledge to our discussion so that we can all learn from each other and spend more money on things that are awesome and less money on things that are junk, and all work together as a collective brain to help each other out. So I'm going to go ahead and pop over to the chat window to say hello to the collective brain. So hopefully everybody can hear me. I have my new microphone plugged in, so I'm hoping everything is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and say hello to the first people that were here. So hello to Kyla and hello to Natalie. She says she has to watch the recap after church. Hello, Natalie. Welcome back to the recap. Thanks for popping by and saying hi before you left. And then hello, Poppy. She says she's looking forward to participate as it's the right time for her in Greece. And the title seems so interesting. Yay. And good morning to Christy. She says, hello from Northern Ireland. I don't follow the correct uses of some products and brushes. Like, for example, I use blush brush to contour and eyeshadow brush to highlight. Yes, we should definitely talk about that. That's not on my list, but I think that's a really good point, Christy. And then Dances with Beauty, good morning to you. I'm glad that you're back. Good morning to Julia. I'm glad that you're here. And Tabitha, good morning. Good morning to Julia. And Tabitha says, makeup rules? There are no rules. Reminds me of Grease. You ever see, hopefully you've seen the movie Grease. Anyway. Dance, good morning to you. And then Julia says, I was about to type, I don't know any makeup rules. I'm here to learn them, LOL. And Dance says, the first rule of makeup, you don't talk about makeup. So we're bringing in the Grease, we're bringing in the Fight Club. This is a great way to start chat. And then Christy says, Jen, a rule I hate is, oh, you can't wear a bold eye and a bold lip. I think that sometimes it looks great with both, and that is one that's on the list of things to talk about. And then Becky says, hi, I know that was a play on Fight Club, but I agree. I don't think there are any rules with makeup. So we're going to go ahead and hello to everyone else. Generation Lush, hello, and KJ and Becky. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to scroll all the way down to the people and the conversation that we're having right this very moment. And Anat says, hi, Jen, it's 5 p.m. here in Israel. Oh, I'm so glad. I would love to come visit Israel. I'm going to drink out of my What's Up in Makeup coffee mug. Hashtag not really sponsored. I made this, but I only get like $2 if you buy one. But that's cool if you want to buy one. They're really neat. Maybe even less than $2. I think it's less than that. My coffee tastes like Splenda this morning for some reason. I don't know. It's very weird. I did not put Splenda in there. All right. So anyway, what I did this morning was I Googled makeup rules. And I went to the very first 4 websites that came up for makeup rules. All right, I'm just reading this. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. I'm gonna try to stay focused this time. All right, the first one that came up, the first website that came up was La Roche-Posay, which is a skincare company. You can buy them at a lot of drugstores, and they've got 10 rules, 10 habits for healthy, effective makeup. Rule number 1 is to systematically cleanse the skin, and of course, it's La Roche-Posay, so they're going to say, to really push the skincare, because they're all about the skincare. And it says you cannot get a perfect finish to your makeup if you have not properly cleansed the face. Dust accumulated through the day prevents the skin from breathing and makeup from holding. No more than once a week, use an exfoliating cleanser to purify and smooth. This is one that I always wash my face before bed. I take my makeup off, I wash my face, I do all that. before bed, I do not wash my face in the morning. My concern that I've always thought, and this was my concern for a while, is that cleansing too much strips the natural oils out of the skin, and I'm not trying to dry out my skin. So that's kind of where I'm at with that one. I do not cleanse my face in the morning. I do moisturize in the morning, but I don't cleanse in the morning. I guess I feel like that with the oils that are, I'm not really getting a lot of dust and dirt on my face while I'm sleeping. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like washing my face in the morning is a little bit of an overkill. I don't know. How do you all feel about that? I'm going to go ahead and start reading the collective brain. Nikki6543, great Instagram. That is so true. You have to care. Wait, whoa, I lost it. Hold on a minute, Nikki. I got to scroll up a little bit. I lost you. Okay, she says, that is so true. You have to care how much you take your makeup off as much as you love putting your makeup on. I agree. I think that's really important to take your makeup off at night. My only concern about taking makeup off at night is how much I have to rub my face in order to get the makeup off. It always bothers me. Seth says, if you wash and exfoliate too much, your skin can freak out. I agree. And then Julia says, what about eye crusties? I just go like this. And then the eye crusties are gone. Nikki says, Jen, it doesn't dry it out. I have skin leaning to the dry with blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's going too fast. Okay, let me go back up. Hold on. Nikki's arguing with me. All right, which is a good thing. Krista says she uses a toner or a micellar water mostly in the morning. And then Nikki says, Jen, it doesn't dry it out. I have skin leaning in winter. Use a toner as soon as you wash, even the pH level. There is dust on your face even after a few minutes. All right, Nikki, maybe I'll start washing my face in the morning. I mean, I'm just like, you know, I think people sometimes like assume that if you have a channel on YouTube that you know everything there is to know about everything, makeup and skincare and everything, and that's just not true. I'm just a person. Like, I don't, you know, so that's why I create these topics so that we can all learn from each other. And I am definitely not a know-it-all kind of person. So, you know, I can see somebody saying in the comments, she has a makeup channel on YouTube and she doesn't wash her face in the morning. What kind of person is this? You know, I'm just a person, man. I'm just a person. Stephanie says she doesn't cleanse with a product in the morning either. She uses a cognac sponge and water to get any grime from the night off. That's a great idea. Julie says, good morning, Jen. This is the first time I'll be able to make it here. Welcome, Julie. And Kristen says, wash at night, rinse in the morning, and then serum. Very nice. Lisa says, I use an exfoliant every day, always have. I know it's not appropriate for every skin type. And I think that if you're using a mild exfoliant, some of them say you can use them daily. Ella B says she uses micellar H2O in the morning, and Jody says she washes her face because she sweats and baby drool. And maybe drool. That's a baby drool for saying. And maybe drool. Maybe that happens because, you know, we're real people here. And then Jody says, I wash my face. Oh, we already read that part. And then Catherine says, hi, everyone. I find it less I do into my skin, the better that it is. And I found that ever since I started really cleansing my skin, I've gotten more wrinkles. And I maybe it's because I'm not properly hydrating my skin, maybe because I didn't use a toner all the time, but I don't know. Sarah says she just uses a toner. Steph says she washes and tones her face at night so she can't. Oh, I don't know. So she washes her face at night and tones her face. And then Nami says, I'm oily, but I always use a hydrating cleanser in the morning and an eye cream. Liz said, let's see. Gina says she always washes her face in the morning, especially if the makeup came off early the prior day. And Liz says that she has normal skin. She's 46 and she washes her face in the morning so she can get dirt off her hands before touching her face, a gentle cleanser. Anat wants to know if I use a Clarisonic, and no, I don't. I have never gotten into the Clarisonic. I had purchased one for my husband for Christmas last year. He used it for like 2 months and then he gave up on it. So there is one in my house somewhere, but I've never used one. I probably should try it. I've thought about it lots of times. Oh, Steph says I was joking. It's a song. Sorry, I missed it. I missed it, Steph. Sometimes you guys get things that I just don't get. Thanks for trying to clarify. Oh, I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. Okay, thank you. All right. Sarah says I started using the First Day Beauty Radiance lids, and I swear they ended up burning my skin. Anyone else? Oh, my goodness. Nikki says the Clarisonic is super harsh on your face. Oh. And Kiki says the new Garnier water cleanser is amazing. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next tip that La Roche-Posay has for us. Rule number 2, apply a skincare product under your makeup. Successful makeup application starts with good skin preparation, which means moisturization. With this base, foundation appears even more luminous. Choose a skincare product adapted to your skin's needs, dry, combination, oily, anti-aging, etc. Okay, so I do one of two things. In the morning, I'll either use a moisturizer and then a primer, or I'll use a moisturizing primer. I typically, if I use a moisturizing primer, I won't use a moisturizer along with it, if that makes sense. Well, Dance, like they're really pushing skincare, aren't they? Because it's La Roche-Posay, that's why. And it was just happened to be the first one that popped up, so that's where we're starting. I know, it's all marketing here, it's all marketing. And that's the question too, is how much of this skincare that people push, how much of it is marketing and how much is it do we really need? These research-based things, is the research sponsored by a company? How big was the research sample? These are things that you have to dig and dig and dig to find out. So it's like, I don't know. I do believe that it's good to moisturize my face before I put on makeup. The only thing is, in the summertime, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't moisturize my face because I feel like my face has lots of moisture in it. But if I was cleansing first, then I would feel like I needed a moisturizer. And Leslie says she moisturizes every day regardless of whether she wears makeup or not. And I think that's a good rule. I do. I really think that's a good rule to use moisturizer every day. The only thing I worry about using moisturizer every day is I was going to definitely, because I really should be using moisturizer every day. I feel like I really want to start using more natural and natural based products on my skin, because I'm feeling like okay, there's some things that have been really freaking me out lately. Like when I put on to my bare skin, when I put on like moisturizer or foundation and things, and I think about how it's seeping into my skin, and then I think about that going into my bloodstream. And it's like makes me think more about natural and organic products and how it's probably not so good to put all these chemicals all over my face every day. Like, I don't know, like sometimes it just freaks me out a little bit thinking about all this bad stuff possibly going into my skin, So, but I do think that it's important to have moisturizer, because I mean, that's what's helping the wrinkles stay at bay and all of that. Kyla is saying that she uses mostly Lush and it's fantastic. Jenny says Paula's Choice products tend to break her out. And Nami says, I use moisturizer with SPF 50 every day. She lives in Florida, so that seems very, very important. Liz says she uses grapeseed oil as a moisturizer. That's a good idea. Maybe using some like oil, some natural oils like coconut oil, grapeseed oil, things like that as a moisture every day and night. Yeah, see, Catherine says the same thing. She uses coconut oil as her moisturizer. Brianna says she moisturizes every day, twice a day. Beauty Beholder, she's telling someone to use a lighter formula if something's bothering her. 70 says, I love using my beauty. Oh, I lost it. Hold on. Went a little too fast. 70 says, oh, I lost it. Whoa. I love using my Beautypedia for reviews on skincare. So many products really aren't good for your skin. I don't know what, oh, Beautypedia. I've never seen Beautypedia for reviews on skincare. I'll have to check that out. Thanks, Stephanie. And then Jenny says, I moisturize every 2 or 3 days and before my primer when I wear makeup. Stephanie says, I just beat cancer, so I'm looking for a good organic skincare products. Good on you, Stephanie. That is so awesome. Oh, my goodness. On the beating cancer, like I have a friend that's fighting cancer right now, so I'm like, it's a tough battle, man, and I'm so happy that you've made it through. That's awesome. Jackie says, I can't find a moisturizer that seeps into the skin. You know which skincare products that I fell in love with, but they're stupid expensive, is the Tata Harper line. I've really been enjoying the Tata Harper line. I got a sampler kit from the Birchbox shop when I went to go visit New York for Generation Beauty, and I really, really like their products. I like the way they smell. I like the way that they feel. They seep in really quickly and fast. And I'm really enjoying it, really enjoying it. Little Hammer says, I moisturize every day, but I feel like the stuff I use doesn't make a difference since one side of my face feels like sandpaper. Oh, no. Dan says Lush moisturizers always work for him. All right, let's see. I'm going to go down to the bottom a little bit. Elise says, I love Beautypedia too. I also like their YouTube reviews. Oh, my goodness. I'm learning something new today. This is awesome. See, this is what it's all about, my friends. All right, it's 10:15. I'm going to go ahead and pop into here the next 3. Rule number 3. Conceal imperfections. Tinting concealers allow you to mask skin flaws. Blend 2 to 2. Blend 2 to 2. I don't know what that means. The colors cancel one another out. Blend 2 to 2. I don't get that. Green, oh, I get this part. Green neutralizes the red of rosacea, recent scars, visible blood vessels, and post-laser redness. Yellow offsets blue of under-eye circles, varicosity, and post-surgery bruising. Wow, a lot of people getting surgery, I guess, using La Roche-Posay. Kenzie says, I finally figured out how to work the chat, and I'm so glad you're here. Nikki says, you trust everything a Beautypedia says, even though they are sponsored. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that, Nikki. Holly says, Tata Harper's offerings are top-notch. Try First Day Beauty for a moisturizer that absorbs perfectly, fairly lightweight, but works. Kiki says, I love the LA Girl Orange Concealer that most have. And then Yay or Nay Nicole says, I love Biossance oil, Biossance oil. I don't know how to pronounce that. There's too many S's in there. It's confusing me. Biossance? I don't know. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, this I feel like is a tip for a lot of people. I feel like with me, I don't have enough discoloration in my skin for this tip to apply to me. But I realize that I am definitely the odd person out in this. Most people have some kind of rosacea, some kind of blue, some kind of under eye circles. I'm not wearing any makeup today, and I'm I'm very thankful to have, I have some under eye circles, like you can see, like it's a little dark here, but I feel like with concealer, that's enough for me. I don't feel like I really need a corrector at this point. I don't know, that's just me. Alexandria says that she sometimes uses the e.l.f. color corrector. Do you like it, Alexandria? Helen says, sorry I'm late, I had to find my rule book. So funny. So I did put on, I can't tell you, I did put on something today. I did my eyebrows, and I did put a lip balm on, lip balmish thing. I used the, I lost it. One of the sugar lip tints, because I have a little red spot on my lip where my lip is dry. So I'm wearing this one, sugar lip tint in honey. So it just mildly tinted, but I'm not wearing anything else on my face. I did put moisturizer on my face before I started because my face was feeling a little parched. So Kenzie wants to know if you tried the new Makeup Forever HD concealer yet. I haven't. I have heard excellent things, though, from the preliminary YouTube reviews that things were all sent to the people. So I'm curious to see when it gets, not that I don't trust those people, because I think there's a lot of really good trustworthy people that get things for review, but I want to see the reviews also from people that did not get it sent to them for review. You know what I mean? I want to see both. I want to see both. So let me see what you all are saying about correctors, because I can't really speak to correctors very much. Esther says, I have a pink birthmark on my forehead, but I barely notice it. And then Pam says, I wear my NIHILISM under my eyes. Nilism? I don't know that one. Alexandria says, yes, she likes the e.l.f. color corrector in the palette, but I use the Bye Bye Under Eye for my under eye circles. Bad Kitty Beauty says she needs a good lip balm. We'll get in. Well, we might get into lip balms. I don't know if we're gonna get into lip balms today. And Dan says my under eye bags are designer. So, so funny, so funny. All right. Poppy says when I'm in a hurry, I only conceal my acne spots and set them with a powder. It's going really fast, so I'm skipping down a bit. And Nikki says Sephora came out with a color corrector a few weeks ago. Hold on, it's going too fast. Hold on. Nikki says Sephora came out with color correctors a few weeks ago that look interesting. And then Jenny says, I don't have good luck with correctors. The best I can do is a thin concealer with a bit of strong tint leaning toward the corrector color that she needs. Gina says, slow down, people. I can't read that fast. Well, thankfully, we have KJ here. And KJ helps us to collect all of the chat information, and then we put that on whatsupinmakeup.com. So, yes, thanks to KJ. If you missed any of the things that are happening in chat, if you're watching this on the replay, you can go to whatsupinmakeup.com and you can read it. How awesome is that? Let's see. Okay, Diana says, I love the Pixie Peach Under Eye Corrector. And Holly, oh my goodness, too fast. I lost Holly. Oh my goodness. Holly says, search for under eye help is forevermore. Take it from a born raccoon, Italian heritage. Esther says, Burt's Bees. And then Beauty Beholder says, under eye corrector really works. Ella B says, my problem is the lines under her eyes. Oh, yeah. Kanisha says, Wet n Wild has a great little correct wheel. It works for her. And Pam says, the Laura Mercier Cream Concealer is awesome for making her under eye masking under eye sadness. And then whoever said hi above her, I missed who that was, but hello to you. Kyla says, Jen, have you read There's Lead in Your Lipstick book? Really interesting. No, it does sound interesting. And then Jenna says, for gel concealer works with age. Ida says, what eye primer would you recommend? It depends on what you're looking for. So for high end, right now I'm on a big Urban Decay Eden kick. because it mutes out discolorations. Talking about discolorations, I love Urban Decay's Eden. It's amazing. So that is what I've been using. Also, Max Paint Pot and Painterly I'm a big fan of that one. Any of Urban Decay's primers, really. The Milani one is a really good drugstore one. The Elf one is a really good drugstore one. Those are kind of the ones that I would recommend. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one because it's 10:20 already. All right, rule number 4, even out the complexion. Begin by applying your foundation with 4 dabs: forehead, cheekbones, spine, and nose of the chin. Wait, spine of nose and the chin. Okay, spine of the nose and the chin, then spread outward like cream. The application technique will be the same regardless of foundation you choose. Cream, fluid, compact. Okay, I don't see how you could apply powder like that. I guess if you put it on the powder and you spread it outward, apply with the brush and blend with the fingers for a natural look. I've never done the swiping outward thing. I'll have to try that. I don't know. I'll have to try that one. Rule number 5, I'm going to kind of go, that one seems a little wonky to me, like to always spread outward. I always do the circular motions. Oh, no. Next one, it says, fix your makeup. Finish with a cloud of powder to set the concealer and foundation and mattify areas prone to shine, like the forehead, chin, sides of nose. To extend the hold of your makeup, hold a mineral water mister 30 centimeters away from your face and spray. So basically, they're saying to use a finishing powder or a makeup setting spray. And some finishing powders that I really, really like. This one I just got around the holidays. I'm loving it. The original Mineral Veil by Bare Minerals is wonderful. Also, the Tarte, the pressed right here. This one I've been loving, the Smooth Operator. I've really been loving this. These are kind of my 2 favorite finishing powders right now. I don't have any drugstore finishing powders. I've never bought one because I'm just kind of starting to get into finishing powders. As far as makeup setting sprays, I don't prefer them just because I don't like breathing it in, and it's like, I don't like the whole process of spraying my face at the end. I don't know. It's just my whole thing. Dan says, a cloud of powder, just suck up all the moisture in your face, ladies. LaRoche says so. Because they want you to buy more moisturizers. Ezra says, got Smooth Operator from Ipsy, and she loves it. I'm going to say she, I'm going to assume, but it could be he loves it. Ezra, I think of as a male name, so I'm going to say he. Liz says, Jen, I love the Paul Mitchell Wapai Mist. Hold on a minute. What's something? Hold on a minute. I lost you, Liz. It's spelled A-W-A-P-H-I, Awafi Mist, Moisture Mist. It's $11.29 for a good size bottle, and you can get it at a hair salon. Interesting. Pam says, I just got the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Finisher. So awesome. I just started using that. I need to use it more. I just got it in my, I almost said generation, my Lucky Bag, my Beautylish Lucky Bag. And I haven't used it much. I do want to use it, definitely want to use it more. It already seems like it's getting a little hard pan on it, which makes me a little nervous. Doesn't seem to be, I don't know. I gotta use it more. Tanya says she likes the Coty powder as her finishing powder. That stuff blew up, didn't it? With that whole baking thing, the Coty powder. Oh my gosh, it blew up everywhere. But I've heard it's great. And Jenny says, do be careful with powders, ladies. Finely milled powders can be breathed in and cause respiratory issues. Oh my goodness, all those things. I'm going to scoot down to the bottom of this. Pam says, wait, hold on a minute. Hold on, I lost it. KJ saying good morning to Krista. I love how you guys talk to each other and know each other. That's so awesome. Alexa says she's using the hard candy setting spray, and it sprays fine, but it makes her makeup move around a lot. Interesting. And then Jenny and Nikki are talking about the Mario Badescu one, and then Dances with Beauty says she loves sprays, but she's definitely go for natural for those. And then Snape's Honey says the e.l.f. setting spray is pretty good. Okay, Katie's agreeing about the Mineral Veil, the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. All right, I'm going to go on to the next one because we got to keep rolling because I had like 4 websites I want to go over. I don't think we're going to get to all of them. And rule number 6 says, sculpt the face with blush. This step will also give you a healthy glow. Apply the blush to the apples of your cheeks for a burst of radiance. This touch of color will liven up the complexion. And I don't think any of us will disagree with blush. Can be very nice when applied subtly. I think you can definitely go overboard on blush. You don't want to go overboard on blush because that's one of the things that I think can really make you stand out as a person with too much makeup on when you have too much blush on. So a natural blush. If you're new to using makeup, using one that's just a little different than your skin tone. Like for example, Some of the blushes that I really like, my friend Gail sent this to me. This is Shame on You by Sephora. It's just a very natural blush. And there's one called Nude, I believe, by NYX. It's wonderful. I have to get that out. Let me see. Where's my NYX? This one. Oh, it's called Natural. This is by NYX. This is a really nice one. Now, these are close to my skin tone. Of course, your skin tone is different than mine, most likely. But if you are my skin tone, see that one you can't even see on me. I think that it's getting old, though, too. So I think that it was more pigmented. I have to really dig in there. I think it was more pigmented when I first got it. But definitely look at your skin tone, find a blush that's similar to your skin tone and kind of go with that. Leslie says, yes, natural blush and less on stage, and then use a rosy pinky red mix. I think that for evening looks, it's nice to have a little bit more blush. I use a little more blush when I film, things like that. There's definitely times to use bright, crazy blushes, but just using them subtly. You know, you can use a bright pink blush and then just kind of subtly blend it out. You know, and then Adrienne says, I smile to apply my blush. I was told that a person who wears too much blush is an indication of possible psychosis. Wow, that's an interesting statement. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Oh, Jenny's talking about she needs a cheek pop. And then Stephanie's saying the new Gwen blush palette is amazing. And I have heard nothing but amazing things about the new Gwen Stefani Urban Decay collab, the cheek palette. I really want to get it. It's one of those things that I want, but I'm probably not going to get because there's no real reason for me to own it. But I do look at it and drool over it. Oh my goodness. All right. Rule number 7 says glorify the eyes. This is very interesting. It says to open up your gaze, apply light colors to the inner lower lid right here, inner lower lid. So that's here because they capture the light. Use the most intense shades, the outer corner of the eyes for sophisticated, mesmerizing eyes. A touch of mascara will perfect your makeup, but they don't say anything about eyeliner, which I thought was very interesting. And that comes up later in another website that I have loaded for you. And I definitely agree. When you use eyeshadow, I feel like the lighter in the middle and darker on the outside definitely is a great rule of thumb. I've seen a lot of people doing darker on the inside and the outside to make the center of the lid pop, which also looks very good. But I feel like for most people that, you know, aren't going for that Instagram kind of thing, I feel like, you know, that rule of the inner being lighter and the outer being darker is a pretty good rule to follow overall. You know, darkening up into the crease and then lighter kind of over here. Also, the light on the bottom lash line is also very nice to open up the eyes. Let's see what people are saying. Helen says, eye rules are useless unless you take eye shape into consideration. I agree. I mean, I don't know if I agree, Helen, because I feel like everybody can kind of follow that rule of the light to the dark. I don't know. Do you guys agree with that? Do you feel like that everybody can kind of follow the rule of light to dark? I don't know. A lot of people are agreeing with Helen as far as everybody is different, but I don't know. I'm not sure if like, that general rule of thumb can go for everybody. I'd love to hear what the collective brain thinks about that. Let me see. Stephanie says, eyeshadow rules helped me as I learned my own eye shape and gave me some guidelines to start. I think that's a really good point, Stephanie, you know, to kind of use those rules to start and then play around with your eye shape to see what your eye shape can do. Definitely. And then Jenna says, I have small eyes. What are my rules? And I feel like, you know, a lot of time people say that you don't want to put too much black on small eyes because it will make the eyes smaller. I have heard that. But then one of the rules in here is that it's on another page is you don't necessarily have to follow that rule. I feel like anytime you can brighten the lower lash line, I feel like that can really make the eyes look wider. Also, mascara can make a huge difference for small eyes. Definitely, like it really make the eyes bold. I was watching a tutorial the other day of a friend of mine, and she had put on mascara on one side and not the other, and I looked and I was like, oh my goodness, like her eye looks twice the size with mascara on than without. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And I'm trying to remember whose video it was, but it was a friend of mine that I watch all the time, and I can't remember her name off the top of my, it's like sometimes my brain just goes poof. But yeah, I mean, I feel like mascara makes a huge difference when it comes to making your eyes look bigger. And then somebody just said that I lost it, but somebody said that, hold on a minute, I got to go back because it was good and now I lost it. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, it was Beauty Beholder says liner really opens up my hooded eyes. Let's see. Steph says, at the end of the day, all eyeshadow is pigment pressed in a pan or a loose jar with no rules attached. Thanks, Steph. And Christy says, call me weird, but I tend to follow what drag queens do, only in a super toned down way. Well, drag queens are really good at makeup as far as knowing where things are placed. It's just, you know, they apply it in a very heavy way. I think that's a really very interesting perspective, Christy. I never thought of it like that. All right. And then Kylie says, I sometimes do the halo effect, which is is that the lighter on the outside and then darker on the inside, I think, and apply dark, oh, she says it, and apply dark on the inner and outer and place the light in the middle. And that really, yeah, okay. So that's what we were talking about before with the dark on the outside and this. And then her comment cut off. But I've seen beautiful tutorials with that. Paula says, I have big eyes and black eyeliner looks ridiculous on me. Makes them stand out too much. So that's good. Chat is moving fast this morning, Bad Kitty Beauty. Totally agreeing. All right, let's move on to the next one. Rule number 8 says, enhance your smile. Begin by tracing the outline of your lips with a lip pencil to define their shape. This lip liner prevents lipstick from bleeding and helps to hold better. Choose a shade that is the color of your lipstick, close to the color of your lipstick. Apply your lipstick from the center of the lips to the outer corners for added shine. Add a touch of lip gloss. And I feel like this is a pretty good tip. I feel like this is one that's pretty, you know, standard. I personally don't use a lot of lip liner because I feel like with nude lips, you don't necessarily need a lip liner, but I do agree that sometimes it will make it last longer if you do wear a lip liner, especially if you apply it all over the lips. Now, one thing that I really want to start getting into, I did this in my What's on My Face video that's on whatsupinmakeup.com. We talked about this because when I was getting ready on Periscope for filming What's Up in Makeup, I couldn't find a red lip liner. I just don't own one. This is one that I own that I think, it doesn't have to be this brand, but this is it's called Silhouette Lip Liner and Filler by Lord & Berry. And it's just a clear, it doesn't look clear because it has lipstick on it. It's like a waxy clear, like, lip balm. Lip liner. I don't know what the difference is between this and a lip balm, but it's clear. There's nothing to it. There's also one by Urban Decay called Ozone. I feel like that maybe that might be a good option for people that don't own lip liners or don't want to own a lot of lip liners. You know, to have something like that, but it's so creamy. It doesn't have the same texture as a lip liner. Like, it's more oily. Like, it feels more like a primer, like a silicone rather than a creamy lip liner. You know what I mean? Time Flies says, lip liner is a must for me to define my lips and or to deepen the shade I'm using. Most of the time Most of the time I have to deepen colors because of my tan skin unless I wear a sheer lip product. And I can see women with deeper skin tones definitely needing lip liners. You can definitely see that because you're going to have to use, not have to, but you're going to want to use more often deeper colors because you can get away with it more on a casual basis because the deeper colors are going to be more natural on you than it is for me. So my deeper colors, like, I feel like I need to have a lip liner so that it doesn't seep out into here. But I can see women of deeper skin tones would really need that. But I don't know. I still can't get in on the lip liner thing, even though I think that it's a good idea. I can't get in on it. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get in on it. I don't know what. Tanya says, I also overline my lips most of the time to even them out. And that's another one that's on here is about overlining your lips. I'm terrified to overline my lips. Absolutely terrified to overline my lips. I think it's going to look ridiculous. I've never done it. I'm very scared. And every time I see Manny MUA looking all cute, I'm always like, maybe I should try that. And it's like, I can't get away with that, you know, like, but I think I might be able to. I don't know. Krista's saying she loves the ColourPop liners. Just throwing that in there. Stephanie says she never uses lip liner, and she really doesn't, hold on a minute, doesn't think she's missing out. Sometimes she'll use Rimmel's East End Snob, but usually it just doesn't do much for her. Jody says, I don't have the feathering problem, so she doesn't line. Interesting. And Krista says she tried overlining it. Looked ridiculous. I think it's going to look ridiculous on me too, Krista. All right, we're going to move on over here. Pam says, I'm all about the Urban Decay Ozone Primer. I rarely use liner. Interesting. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go over here to rule number 9, which is clean your brushes. For those who apply makeup with a brush, remember to clean them at least once a month with a suitable cleanser. This will minimize the risk of allergy while extending their shelf life. I am so bad at this. Like I probably clean my brushes like every 3 months. It's bad. It's really bad. And I think that part of the reason why I clean them so not frequently is because I don't have problem skin. So I don't, like, there's nothing in my face that says, you need to clean your brushes. I'm going to break out on you if you don't clean your brushes. You know what I mean? So I'm really bad with it. So probably about every 3 months is when I clean my brushes. Oh, it's really bad. So I know I need to. I know it's bad, but I definitely think that that's a rule that people should follow, is cleaning the brushes more often. And then Rachel says, I wish I had more brushes so I could clean them less. But then the thing is, I have a ridiculous amount of brushes, but I just end up rotating through them and they all get dirty like super fast because I rotate them too much. What I really need to do is have like sets of brushes and use a set for a month and then get the next set and use that, and like use that for a month while I'm like washing the other ones, you know, like that would be awesome, like to like separate them out. But then I would miss my favorite brushes, you know. But it's really, really important to clean your brushes. I'm just really bad at it. Some things that I use to clean my brushes, Stephanie wants to know good cleaning solutions. One thing that I've been using that I really like is just Johnson's baby shampoo. I feel like that works really well. I don't know if it's too harsh on some brushes, but I haven't had any problems with it. I've heard some people say don't do that because it's not good on the brushes, but I haven't had any problems with it at all. So Christine says she loves cleaning brushes. Stress therapy. Christine, come to my house. Christine Lee, 314. Great YouTube channel. Very real. You can come to my house and clean all the brushes you want. You can, and I'll make you dinner. If you clean my brushes, I'll make you dinner. How about that? We'll do that. Christine Lee says goat's milk soap is the best. That is so interesting, and she is a makeup artist. So and then Beauty Beholder says I use a Vino soap, and then Dr. Bonner's is being recommended by Sammy, and then Jenna says I replace the elf brushes instead of cleaning. I don't feel like you really need that. Christine says I'll be right over. I feel like, you know, with elf brushes, like I really like some elf brushes. Like my elf, this one, the blush brush, this is like one of my go-to brushes, the elf blush brush. I can't see throwing this away. I just can't. Love this thing. I love it. Love it. It's so good. It's such a good brush. That's probably my favorite elf brush of all time. Let's see. Stephanie says I use Zote every other washing. It dries her natural hair brushes out bad. Oh, really? And then Tanya says she uses Dial antibacterial on her beauty blender. And everybody's Beauty Hall 411 Beth says Dr. Bonner's is amazing. Another good Instagram channel, Beauty Hall 411. I called it a channel. Gina says she uses alcohol. That's interesting. And then let's see. And then Julie says extra virgin olive oil and Dawn mixed works great. That is so interesting. I learned so much. This is what the collective brain is all about. This is so great. Oh my goodness. All this makeup knowledge all in one place. All right, let's move on because I do want to get to another article. And the last one I think is one we can all agree on. Remove your makeup every night. To allow skin to breathe, it is essential that you completely cleanse your face each night to eliminate makeup and the day's impurities which prevent the skin from breathing. For sensitive skin, cleansing milk or micellar lotion are preferable. And I think we can all agree that it's important to take your makeup off at night. But I can tell you, if you go back far enough in my videos, there's a video, it's like it's like my first Q&A that I did. And one of the, or I forget, it was one of those like tags or whatever. And they said, you know, what do you use to cleanse your face? And I looked at the camera and I said, I don't cleanse my face. Because until I did YouTube videos, I never washed my face, ever. Like ever. I would take a shower and I would splash it with water and that was it. I never cleansed my face. I used makeup remover wipes if I needed to, but I never took my makeup off at night. Like I would leave it on and then in the morning I would wake up and I would take off what I needed to take off in order to put makeup back on. Really, really bad, which might be the reason why I have these guys up here. Maybe. Or it may be over cleansing. I have no idea. Pam says, Jen, why is your skin immortal? I don't know. I don't know. It's so weird. But like until I started this channel, I did not cleanse my face ever. So if you never cleanse your face, know that you're not alone. I did it too. Start washing makeup off at night though. It's probably pretty good to wash it off at night. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next article. See, this is the thing. When I sit here and talk and chat with you guys, I let it all out. I am not I'm not a person that hides things. I just tell you the way that it is. And people can say that I'm gross, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I've made peace with the fact that I didn't wash my face for 30 years or so. So, but anyway, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the next website. And the next one is birdie.com, BYRDIE.com. And it's 5 rules of daytime makeup you should be following. And this was just the second article. It was written in February of 2015. And we're going to go ahead and read what she has to say. So, rule number 1 says always wear sunscreen. And I think we can all agree that sunscreen is definitely something we should be wearing daily. I don't think that that's anything that's new or shocking. I think that's really important. So we're going to go ahead and skip that one because I think we can all agree on that one. I can't imagine somebody saying don't wear sunscreen. Rule number 2, stay away from dark eyeliners. This one I thought was really weird. She says, though there are some exceptions, for the most part, you want to stay away from dark liner in the daylight, as it can veer into grunge goth territory so easily. We all like to use makeup to make our eyes pop, but dark liners can be too heavy for daytime, says McAdams. Instead, you choose bright, shimmery shadows to give your eyes definition and make them pop. Paired with a great black mascara, your eyes will stand out. I love shimmery creams like Shiseido's cream shadows in bright pink, champagne, purple, or peach tones with CK1's color volumizing mascara, she says. And I could definitely see where she's coming from, but I don't agree. I mean, I feel like eyeliner makes a huge difference. They're yelling at Dan for some reason. I don't know, what did you do? But it's like, what? I know, right? Sarah's like, what? I love black eyeliner. I'm totally with you. I think that maybe they're talking to like makeup beginners that don't necessarily know how to use black eyeliner, maybe, because I can see where if you're wearing too much, like if you're rimming all of your whole eye with black and you're putting it all up here, like I can see where that wouldn't be good. Oh, you don't wear sunscreen, Dan? Okay, well, I don't wear sunscreen every day either. At least in the wintertime, I don't. So, I know. I should. I agree that we should, but I don't wear it every day. I should, though. That should be my moisturizer, is my sunscreen. But anyway, I can't live without my black eyeliner. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a personal preference thing. And I feel like this is a rule that people should definitely break if you like wearing black eyeliner. I don't see any reason why, if you love the way that it looks on you, if you feel like it looks good, why you shouldn't. Makeup is definitely very subjective, Helen. I am totally with you. Time Flies says black tight line in the outer corner all day, every day. Yes, absolutely. I'm with you. I am with you. Christy says, Jen, put that sunscreen on. I know, right? And Christy's like, I'm going to slap you, Jen. I know. No. I'm going to do better, though. After today, I vow to do better. I will be cleansing my face in the morning, and I will be putting on sunscreen every day. I will be doing it. Alexandria says she does find that she looks better in brown eyeliner. It makes her look younger. I mean, I definitely think we need to experiment with different colored eyeliners or not wearing eyeliner at all. I think that's important to try different kinds of things. Pam says, how am I supposed to look like a pirate without my goth liner? I don't know, Pam. I don't know. That sounds like a big problem. I think you should definitely look like a pirate as much as you want to. And you should totally go for it. Krista says, I feel like my black eyeliner makes me look, I lost her. Krista, look like she has small, makes her look better, and she has small eyes. Yeah, I don't know. And Beauty Hall 411 Beth says, Jen, you don't wash your face, you don't wear sunscreen, and you don't wash your brush often yet, and your skin is amazing. It's because of my parents. It's genetics. I'm telling you, it is genetics. It has nothing to do with anything other than genetics. Like if you saw my mother and my father, like especially my father's side of the family, their skin is perfect. Like my aunt is stinking gorgeous. Like my father's sister is beautiful. She's in her 60s and she looks like she's in her 40s. Like she's gorgeous. So it's just in my dad, mostly my dad's side of the family. My mom has good skin, but not like my dad's side of the family. So it's not me. It's not the products. It's just, and I think that part of the reason why I haven't taken good care of my skin is because I'm so spoiled with naturally whatever genetic moisturization in my skin. So now that I'm starting to get like these wrinkles up here and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, what should I do? I have more wrinkles than my parents do as far as up here. Neither of my parents have this. I'm the only one. So I don't even know. So I am not Italian tea. I am actually, my father is, he's Irish and he's Native American. My grandmother was French Canadian, and that side is kind of over there. My mother is a Russian German Jew. So she's all European in that way, you know, German and Russian over on that side. So, but no Italian that I know of. So let's go ahead and go on to the next tip because we're starting to run out of time. It's 10:45. I want to go on to some other ones. All right. So next up, we have bright lipsticks are your friend. And my friend Sandra, I know, would totally agree with me with this one. It says daytime makeup doesn't always need to be about sheer lipstick and glossy natural looks, McAdams says. Make the focus of your look a bright lipstick in a cream formula. This will bring light and life to your look and make you stand out in a good way. Choosing a cream formula makes for easy touch-ups rather than a matte formula, which can get cakey over time. She advises skipping lip liner and applying the product straight from the tube and blending with your finger. This will give a lived-in look and make it perfectly appropriate for daytime, which is kind of interesting that she's saying skip the lip liner. I think that that's one, skip the lip liner. I think that it depends on whether they feather on you. I think that's going to make a huge difference about whether it feathers on you or not. Yeah, absolutely, Helen. Depends on your age and skin tone. And I think that age meaning your age of your skin, not necessarily the age of, you know, you can't wear a bright lipstick if you're older. You know what I mean? Kylie says she loves wing liner and bright lipstick. Absolutely. And Katarina says matte candy yum yum is amazing neon pink, but it's matte. I know Nikki says for a lived-in look, I'll pass. Stephanie says, haha, lived in. I know, right? Bright lips scare me too, Kenzie. They scare me too. Time Flies wants to know what my opinion is on the new mug sparklers. I have not tried them. If I do try them, it'll be after they get the sifters in because I'm not buying them without the sifters because I can't handle all that mess. But anyway, so I feel like with bright lips, if you're not used to using bright lips, this is what I did, is I started off with colors that were just a little bit brighter than my natural skin tone. And then I went a little brighter and a little brighter and a little brighter. And my friends like my friends on Periscope, if you're not following me on Periscope, it's just like this, except for it's all the time. It's an app that you download. Definitely recommend you follow me over there so that we can chat more. And you can join the Pair of Loves over there. You'll be welcomed with open arms. One thing we talk about, like they totally encourage me, or you, if you're one of my pair of loves, totally encourage me to wear bright lips. Like the lips that I wore in today's show of What's Been Makeup was totally all them. I had no choice over this. Oh, I did have a choice. When I told them, help me pick my lips, they picked the red out for me. And I'm still not comfortable wearing it. I mean, even then I'm on Periscope and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with this look. Like I'm looking at myself, I don't feel comfortable. And they're all like, but you look really good. It looks great. And I was like, okay, all right, I'll let it be because y'all say I look great. But I'm still not comfortable with bright lips. And I'm still working slowly up to feeling comfortable with a brighter color. So I think that everybody can rock it. It's just finding that comfort within yourself, and then that'll really make you rock it when you can own that bright lip. And I feel like right now I'm not owning. I sound like I'm about to cry, but it's just because I've got some sinus things going on right this second. I promise I'm not about to cry. We breathe. But anyway, what was I saying? Totally lost it. I think it's finding that comfort level within yourself. Wearing that bright lip is what's going to make you be able to rock a bright lip, is when you feel like you can own that bright lip. And it's all that beauty from inside thing, you know? So I'm working on it and I'm trying it, and we can all work on our bright lips together because it's definitely not something that I've mastered. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. The next one says, Avoid false eyelashes. This is interesting. It says, we hate to break it to you, but if you're a falsie addict, but false lashes are just too much for daytime. Only the very skilled at applying them can get away with some individuals that blend well, says McAdams. Instead, curl your lashes and use a good combination of volumizing mascara at the ends and lengthening mascara at the roots. If you are very sparse in the lash department and want a boost, they need a comma there, splurge for some subtle lash extensions. They are time consuming to get, but they are a great alternative if you want to get that definition on the eyes. She says, I like Chanel and inimitable, I don't know, mascara for lengthening. Inimitable, I don't know. So false lashes during the day. What's our opinion on false lashes during the day? My opinion on false lashes, they are a pain in the tush and I don't use them. Because I need to practice more with them, and I just don't. Leslie says, if you want to wear false lashes every day, go for it. And people are saying, that's ridiculous. Pam says, whoever wrote this can kiss my legit. We're going to have to do another one of these because we're going to run out of time before we get all the other ones. Maybe we'll continue to a part 2 next week because there's so many more that we're not even going to get to. Everybody's like, like everybody's freaking out. I have to go up a little bit because there's some gems that you guys are dropping and I don't want to miss them. All right. Let's see. Cassandra says, some fake eyelashes look good in the day. Bad Kitty Beauty says, also, I'm really into purple lips lately. Oh, okay, that's something else. That's from the other topic. KG says, I just started using Demi Wispies. Sigh. I need to start trying something like the Demi Wispies. And then Leslie's comment, and then Lisa says, never wear false lashes, just never got comfortable with them. And that's kind of where I'm at, Leslie, as far as false lashes. I just haven't gotten comfortable with them. I have worn them, and I have worn them in videos, like older videos, but I don't know. I need to get more comfortable with them, and I need to start with like Demi Wispy, something small. I'm definitely not going to start with individuals because those things freak me out. Jenny says, this is one of those rules that is just moralistic BS. If you can wear falsies, then dang, wear falsies. I can't apply them, so. Yeah, I mean, I think that people need to kind of use their own style and their own judgment. I think this is a style thing, and I think that some people, it's just their style to have those really long, beautiful lashes. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think this is definitely a rule meant to be broken for some people, and it goes with your comfort zone. Definitely goes with your comfort zone. Esther says the rules are there as a starting point. You can do whatever as long as you look good. The people who forget to put foundation on their neck and years, the people who forget to put foundation on their neck and years, they need the rules, LOL. I think she's talking about when, like, so you don't have that crisp line here. I think that's a really important rule to follow, Esther. I'm totally with you, to make sure that you blend your foundation down your neck a bit so you don't get a crisp line. I remember when I was 13, going to the mall and seeing a girl working at some store. I remember it was a food store. I don't remember what it was, but I remember going up to buy food, and she had this line. And I remember thinking how beautiful she looked. Is that weird or what? I remember thinking, wow, look at her makeup. She looks so beautiful. Her skin is just gorgeous with this makeup on, with this sharp line here. I said, wow, that's so interesting. But as a 13 or a 14-year-old, I didn't know any better. Now I know. She probably should have blended it down her neck a little bit. But, you know, I mean, I definitely feel like that's a kind of an off-topic story a little bit. But long story short, too late. Yes, blend your foundation down your neck. Really important. Pam said, oh, that's Pam's talking about whoever wrote this. And Krista says, wear colors around the house, and then once a day, force yourself to go out, and you'll forget about it, and we'll love it. That's interesting. Jeanette says, I have a problem with dark lipstick because you can see the inner bottom lip color. And I feel like, you know, that definitely can happen. I try to make sure I bring it as far in as I can till the texture changes. But some people may not have it the texture change far enough in. Yeah, I'm totally with you. I totally hear what you're saying. Very interesting. And then Kenzie, we already read that comment. Christine says, I agree, falsies look overdone during the day. And I think it just depends on who it is and what kind of falsies they are. You know, Jody says, really, that lash routine is a bit too much for 6:30 in the morning. I'm with you. I am totally with you. All right, let's go. By the way, Nicole, I mentioned in What's Up in Makeup today that yay or nay Nicole was at IMATS in LA today, and I don't think that that's true. I realized that after I stopped filming, after I was watching it this morning, I was like, Nicole's not at IMATS LA. I was thinking about Sandra is at IMATS in LA. I don't know why I said that. So Nicole, I apologize to you that I said you were at IMATS and you're not there, just so you know. All right. So let's see, next rule, we've got time for like one, maybe two more rules. It says skip the heavy highlight and contour. The carving out of one's features is too harsh for daytime, says McAdams. Daytime lighting does not lend itself to the illusion of faked features. Instead, opt for subtle bronzer and highlighter to give yourself a glow and define your features. Embrace a subtle cheekbone contour and a shimmer on the top of the cheekbone with a little cream highlighter. Use powders to fake features. Using powders to fake features isn't going to look real. McAdams' favorite subtle daytime bronzer and cream highlighter are the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow and the CK1 Skin Illuminator and Warm. I'm feeling like she might be sponsored by CK1 and Charlotte Tilbury, because she keeps mentioning them, or she just happens to love them. I agree that the sharp, chiseled contour does not look good for daytime. I feel like, you know, you don't like the Instagram crazy, like chiseled, like insaneness is probably not the best look for daytime. But again, it's what you feel comfortable with. You know, it's totally what you feel comfortable with. Oh no, I'm freezing. Oh no. Hold on a minute. Sorry, am I back? Hopefully I'm back, because I feel like I'm back. Okay, let me just repeat what I just said, because supposedly I was freezing. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what you guys are talking about. I'm not freezing. Okay, all right. So basically what I was just saying is I feel like that sharp, chiseled craziness is probably not the best look for most people for daytime, but I do like a subtle contour. Like I love, like, and I'll say this till the end of time, my e.l.f. contour palette. I love this thing. I love this thing so much. Woo, I'm dropping it. But this can give such a nice, subtle contour that I feel like I can do this during the daytime. Now, would I use like this one here? This is the city color. Well, this is the city color. This one is crazy, so pigmented. What else? What other one is really pigmented? Like even the Anastasia one can be really pigmented if you're not careful. What else is really pigmented? Oh, this one. This one's crazy. This one is insane as far as the pigmentation. This would be great on deep skin tones, but look at that. Just craziness. Just have to be super careful. I have some swatch. Oh no, that's from earlier. I thought that was from last night, but that's from earlier. I mean, look at that. Crazy, crazy, crazy deep. Crazy deep. So I would never try to even attempt putting on that face during the on my face during the daytime. But I think a subtle contour can look really nice. And I really like a bright highlight during the day. I do. And I think in the summertime it looks even more beautiful to have a bright highlight during the day. That's just my personal opinion. I really love the way that it looks. Layla says she's obsessed with her e.l.f. contour kit, and Nami says she's terrified to drop hers. Somebody broke something that was dropped? Oh no. Jenny says beluga whale face. Somebody must have said that earlier. Yeah, we definitely don't want beluga whale face. That would be very bad. Let's see. Christine says how to contour for your face shape. It's not one size fits all. Totally agree. Absolutely. I feel like everybody can kind of follow that rule of starting here and working your way down to like here on the eyes. I feel like everybody can kind of follow that one. But as far as where to contour as far as here, and like your nose, I think that's extremely individual. And hopefully I didn't just get makeup all over my face, because I just realized I touched my face with swatches. Done that before. Let me switch over and make sure I don't look ridiculous. Nope, we're good. But I feel like the contour thing with going like this, I think pretty much everybody can do to an extent. I think you have to play with the placement on your face, but overall, I feel like this is one everybody can do. But shaping and the contouring here and the nose and all that stuff definitely is individualized. But Kelly says the bronzer terrifies her. Oh no way, really? You should totally do it. Use it like a blush. Betsy says, what are your thoughts on color mascaras, even just in the bottom lashes? I think color mascaras can look absolutely beautiful. Love colored lashes, especially on the bottom lash line. I think it can look really, really pretty. I mean, just a bright pop of color on the bottom lash line, it can just be absolutely gorgeous. Let me go ahead and go to the last rule. I think there's one more on here before we go. Oh no, that's it. That's the last rule. And it's 10:59. We did it. We made it through 2 websites. So there's 2 websites left. We're going to take a little vote. Do you guys want to do this again next week? Do you feel like we should talk about more makeup rules next week? Or do you feel like we should move on to something different next week? I'm going to go ahead and look at the collective brain and see what you guys think as far as next week. And if you're watching this on the replay, you can go ahead and leave a comment below about what you think as far as doing this again next week. Everybody's saying yes. Okay, yes, next week, yes, 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 because I have 2 more websites that I want to go over with you. And I challenge you to look between now and next week as your homework. Go ahead and look up some makeup rules and see what you think about them and kind of develop some opinions about what you think about makeup rules and whether you follow them or not. Maybe try out some new makeup rules, get some experience with some makeup rules that maybe you haven't ever tried so that we can talk about them next week and how they work. So you have a homework assignment for this week. Because I'm a teacher, you know, we assign homework. That's your homework assignment for next week, is to try out, you know, Google search some makeup rules, try something new, and come back prepared to talk about what you tried and what you thought of what you tried. So I'm very excited about this. I think this is going to be fun. So thank you so much for joining me today here in the chat. I appreciate it. I think that was a really fun conversation. I'm looking forward to our chat next week and continue our discussion on makeup rules and what we think of them. If I missed your gem, if you were in the collective brain and I missed something that you said, and you dropped some wisdom, make sure you drop it into the comments down below after this video ends. It takes a couple of minutes for the video to process, so definitely, you know, make sure that it might not pop up right away. Give it a couple of minutes, and then down in the comments, definitely type in your thoughts so that our collective brain can grow and be more awesome. If you're watching this on the replay, definitely make sure that you put your thoughts down below so we can learn from you. And if you're watching the replay, even if you don't have anything to say, definitely read the comments down below and learn some more about this topic so that we can all be more awesome today and learn more and become smarter about the things that we use and things that we should do and shouldn't do and things that are flexible and bendable. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today in chat. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday or whatever day it happens to be, and I will see you sometime very soon. And again, I just want to plug the Periscope thing one more time just because it is so fun. Periscope is an app that you can download. It's a Twitter company. You don't have to have Twitter to have it. You download it to your phone, and then we do live chatting just like this multiple times a week. I get ready typically 5 days a week, whatever days I'm going to work. We get ready in the mornings. We talk about the products that I'm using. I take suggestions from people, and at night we cook dinner together. I get food subscription services and we cook dinner together, and it's just a really fun community and we have a blast. So I would love to have you join our community over there. This is a hashtag not sponsored. It's not like I make money off of people joining the community or anything. Like, there's no ulterior motive. It's just I want to grow the community so that we can be stronger and better together. So thank you so much for watching. Mad love, and I will see you in a video soon. Bye.